to be remembered. They sit in the middle of nothing, red sand, dead heat, sky the color of old blood. And they wait. Not for travelers. Not for rain. They wait for the ones who owe them something. Elias Graves had been riding the painted desert for 3 days when the storm found him. Not an ordinary storm. The kind that carries voices. He checked his pocket watch. Brass. Old. After she died. He just carried it. The mare stopped without being asked. She knew. Ahead of them, through the copper haze, stood the bones of a waystation. Adobe walls crumbling into themselves. A doorframe leaning at the angle of things that have given up. Elias didn't like it. He went in anyway. Inside, broken furniture. Dead ash in the fire ring. Old saddles hanging on iron hooks. Swaying in a wind that wasn't there. He settled in to wait out the storm. That's when the first voice came. It didn't announce itself. It rose from somewhere just outside the range of normal hearing. A woman's voice. Has ever known you. The watch stopped the day you rode out. I never wounded again. Elias went very still. He knew that voice. He knew every word she'd ever said to him. He knew this sentence was true. He knew no stranger could have known it. You are not her, he said to the dark room. Silence. Then, barely a whisper, I know. He left the waystation without finishing his meal. He rode harder than he needed to. But the desert had other plans. 3 miles from the station, in the throat of a red rock canyon, Elias found boot prints. Small ones. A child's boot prints, pressed into the sandy floor. They led deeper into the canyon. They didn't lead back out. He lit a match. Crouched. Pressed one finger into the edge of an impression. Recent. Within the hour. He stood. Aimed his register that shouldn't have existed, high, thin, patient. The voice of a 7-year-old saying words no 7-year-old would form. You told me to wait by the rock, mister. I waited 3 days. The match burned down to his fingers. He didn't notice. It was real hot, mister. A long pause. After the second day, it got less hot. Elias said a name he hadn't said in years. James. The voice came back different now. Something else wearing it, the way a coat gets worn. By someone it wasn't made for. You remember my name. I remember yours. He backed out of that canyon without turning around. He rode all night. The desert breathed beneath him. Literally breathed, the sand warm when it should have been cold. Rising and falling in slow, rhythmic undulation. Something below the surface. Waiting. Patient. The wait. The painted desert, the gray sky just beginning to consider the idea of light. He stopped. The mare stopped. Not because he asked. Because it was already there. He turned. The skin stitcher. It stood between 6 and 7 feet. Broadly human in the way a rough sketch is broadly human. Arms too long. The torso too deep. The neck assembled from too many sources. Its skin, if you could call it that, was a record of everything it had taken. Patches of different people stitched together with something that looked like care. Like devotion. Like the work of something that believed in what it was doing. Elias' hand found his gun. Then he saw the face. Small. A child's face, 7 years old, stitched into the creature's chest. Like an inset panel. The skin pulled tight. The eyes, closed. Then not closed. Pale. Finding him across the distance. Elias. One word. In a 7-year-old's voice. The voice of a boy who had waited 3 days. Beside a rock in the painted desert because a man he trusted told him to wait there. Elias' gun hand tightened. The creature reached into a fold of its stitched skin at its left flank. Drew out a pocket watch. Brass. Old. The case worn smooth at the edges. It held it extended. Not offering. Presenting evidence. Elias did not look at it. He could not look at it. The creature closed its hand and put the watch away. Then it spoke. All of it spoke. Every mouth it carried, every stolen voice. Collapsed into one layered sound like a chord played on instruments made of grief. James Tallow waited. And waited. And I found him. You should have. Something dropped in Elias. The thing that had kept him moving, kept him riding, kept him from stopping long enough. To be still in the dark and think about what he'd done. His gun dropped 3 inches. 2 seconds of absolute stillness. He was a killer. He'd always been a killer. He'd made his peace with the ones who deserved it. James Tallow had been 7 years old. The creature's voices softened. Almost gentle. You deserve this, Elias. 2 seconds. The gun barrel. 3 inches lower. Then something older than guilt fired from somewhere at the base of his spine. Survival. Animal. Unconditional. The gun came up. He fired. He kept firing until the desert went silent. When it was over, the creature was gone. The station was empty. The storm had passed. He rode out at first light, telling himself it was over. post outside a waystation nobody had used in years. They found his gun. They never found him. The desert doesn't give back what it takes. It just keeps it. Keeps it walking. Out there in the red sand and the dead heat and the sky the color of old blood. Still scanning the horizon. Still watching. Just the wind out there. Just the wind.